into the session, I would like to know something about you. So, would you please introduce yourself in a nutshell if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. So this is Chandan Lahiri. I live in Bihar state and I'm working as a teacher in primary school. And if I discuss about my hobbies, so I love to talk to new people and traveling different places. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, it is quite great. So, I think the ball is in my court, and I should also introduce myself in a nutshell. So, if
Yeah.
I talk about me, so this side Lalit, I come all the way from Uttar Pradesh, and it's been 7 years I have been working in private organizations. And apart from this, if I talk about my core of interest, so I like to listen to music a lot. So this is all about me. Thank you.
Oh,
We already,
that's wonderful.
yeah, we already have had a conversation earlier. I think you remember.
Yeah, yeah. I remember.
Okay, okay. So how's everything going with you now these days?
Yeah, everything is going tremendously. And, we have entered into a new year,
Yes,
2025.
yes, yes, yes.
Everything is
So
really
when
good.
when I yeah, yeah, yeah. So when I entered into the 2025, so that time I was asked a question that was related to the New Year resolution. So
Mhm.
like did you make any New Year resolution this time?
Yeah, of course. I think this is a mandatory for every people. Obviously,
Hmm.
I have recently inculcated as a habit of reading stories, and it doesn't matter
Okay,
what
great.
type of books do you have, remain out.
Hmm.
You can go with them.
You said right, like it doesn't matter what all kind of stories and like biographies we are reading, but we have to do the reading because our
Yeah,
ultimate goal is just to yeah, our ultimate goal is just to vanquish the language. So and like if we are getting or if we are grabbing any kind of content in English language, so that is also gonna beneficial for us.
yeah. The main purpose behind only for having the sense of others going
Yes,
through this
yes,
way,
yes.
and
Mhm.
like going to learn and aware about the different person's perspective about the matter of life. So that's why we need to
Exactly.
go through every type of books because books are very precious according to me, right?
You are right, but I was not into reading at all. And recently, I have started reading out something, and still I'm in the pipeline to observe this habit because it is quite hard not to crack to read me something like even though in my college, in my schools, I didn't do in like a lot of reading, but now these days just to triumph this language, I need to read out something. So now these days, I also have started reading something so that I can get like some advanced structure, some vocabularies as well, because it is also very significant to incorporate vocabularies while speaking. Like if you are not able to incorporate, so you must be speaking in the basic manner always. So that time you find that you are on a plateau and you are not improving right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. And I'm also relating my opinion of you because going through the basic way, you are going to highlighting your opinion, and people are very
Mm.
comfortable for having the meaning of you. So
Exactly.
before diving into deep about any kinds of books, we have to consider
Mm.
the convenience of others.
Exactly. Okay. Okay. So I would like to know something from your end today,
Hmm.
and that would be related to like general things. So yesterday I was going through a video and all. So in that video, that person was discussing about happiness.
Yeah.
So I have two things. The first thing is happiness, and second thing is misery. Misery, like dejectedness, I can say. So two things are there. So would you please walk me through like how we can maintain both the things simultaneously? Like I cannot be stressed, I cannot be dejected every time, I cannot be happy every time. So how can I maintain that balance? Would you please like tell me about your views on this thing?
Yeah, of course. I would like to display out my view over this matter. Yeah, you are right. Because we are human, and human has a lot of responsibility in life. So it's very difficult to sustain your level, energy level into the equal into the both of sides, and you can't stay in
Hmm.
a similar for long period of time. So according to me, you have to optimize situationally. That is the mainly way of
Okay.
getting and indulge with situationally. I mean, you need to observe first the situation of your exact, and according to you have to customize yourself. Okay,
Okay.
because we are being quite matured through the life, and
Hmm.
maturity it gives us a very better sense of optimizing self and learning how
Hmm.
to adjust self into that. Okay,
Hmm.
so whenever you feel, yeah, I'm stuck in a very bad situation, miserable situation, so you have to
Hmm.
do the different kinds of actor that could be the very convenient for you to adjusting yourself into this. And otherwise, you can create a region in your life according to the eligibilities of the people. Okay,
Hmm.
and
Exactly.
yeah, because every people have the different kinds of perspective of life. Many of them stuck in a
Hmm.
measurable situation of their life. They are not enabled to out of this. They can't think
Exactly.
out of their box, right?
Hmm.
So it's very difficult to think in a different way. Before
Hmm.
knowing I'm stuck in a very bad situation, but you have a mandatory to consider in a different way in order to solve your problem. So it's totally up
Yes.
to the
So yeah,
ability and
you said right.
potential of the being.
Mm.
That's all.
You said right that it depends on the way of perceiving and the perspective of the people. Like if somebody wants to live happy, so and at the same time, if he is dejected, so he has to come out from that particular situation. Doesn't matter which way he has to implement in that situation. Like if he is much dejected and he's not trying to overcome from that situation, so nobody would be there to help him out. So first he needs to understand that I need to bring out myself. I need to take out myself from this situation, and then only I can do further in my career or in my future. So many things are there because I have seen lot many people like this is very common thing. Like a lot many people are now these days are preparing for the UPSC, and some of them are preparing for UPSC for long and they are not able to still clear that examination. So sometimes they feel that we are waste of space completely, that we can't do anything in this career, we will not be able to go further into the job and all. So that time they feel rejected. So that time they need to understand like what is uh, gonna give us more benefits. Like if we are not able to crack that examination, it doesn't mean that we can't do anything. We can do many more things. Sometimes it happens when we are doing something so that is not fitting to us, or sometimes it happens that when we are doing something we are not fitting to that thing. So we need to understand like which thing is suitable for us, and according to that particular thing we have to reciprocate, I think.
Yeah, you're right. And according to me, like supposed to be, have you been indulging into any part of your life, and you are not going to
Mhm.
better outcome, so you have to change the way of you.
Yes.
The
Yes.
way
Yes.
have you been trying, you have to change
Mhm.
little bit into your way, and then you just see the result. Are you going to have that or not? But the problem is that
Exactly.
the people do not consider, and they
Mhm.
just following the similarity activities act
Mhm.
towards the matter and having the
Mhm.
more expectation from it. So it would be
Mhm.
only ruining your internal potentials and confidence levels.
Mhm.
Nothing are you going to have.
So, as per my way of perceiving, I would like to add on one thing here. So, like, gone are those days when people used to say like this, that you just focus on one thing. You just need to
Mhm.
focus on one thing. So now these days, people, I'm like, as per my way of perspective, so I would say that people should focus on multiple things simultaneously. At least they should always have a backup plan so that if they are getting failure in something, so they can do something like in different thing in the second option. Like if the people do not have any second option, so they always will definitely go into the depression, in the dejectedness, like many things are there. in that particular kind of thing. And if the people are, are stressed for long time, so they will not be able to keep their self happy. In order to get the happiness, in order to get the things in our life, in order to get the right job, right personality in our life, we need to update ourselves on daily basis.
Yeah,
We need to, yeah.
we need to
So we
have
need to,
distractions. If you are stuck
mm,
in a major issues in your life, so for a while you have
mm,
to distract your intention. You have to break your focus on specific
yes, exactly.
difficulties of your life. Because without distracting
Mm,
your attention, you would be stuck in there. And no one would be there for helping you. Yeah, telling you where are you staying now. You have to go there. You have to go out of this matter.
mm,
Right. So you have to be the better companion for yourself to instructed every
exactly.
situations what is the better for your life and what is not. So you must
Mm,
have the
yeah, by this
different
thing.
perspectives and aspect from yourself.
Yeah, by this thing, I got to know one thing that uh, that when you are in the trouble, when you are in misery, so that time you won't, find anybody with yourself that is helping you, like that is with you, that who can say to you this thing, that I'm here with you and you don't need to take any kind of tension, any kind of burden or botheration on yourself. In that particular situation, I have witnessed this thing because I have analyzed lot many people so far, and even including me as well in that. So when you are in the trouble, so that time you do not have anybody in that particular situation who can tell you that I'm there with you and you don't need to take any kind of botheration or tension. So and somebody, if somebody is there with you that time, so it means that he is the right person for you. He is the good friend of you. He is the good and right family member of yours. Like now these days, people are having lot many kind of issues and diversities kind of problems in their life. But when it comes to get the support, they are not able to get any kind of support from the family members, from the friends, from the relations, from the relatives, from the acquaintances. Lot many people are there, but nobody helping helping that person who is in trouble. And after like having that trouble, the person is stable right now, and now he is having all kind of acquaintances. He is having like family members, he is having friends, he is having all the acquaintances. It happens now these days.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And that's why, as far as my concern, depending on others' opinion, it's better you have to prepare yourself for each and every situation of your life. Because life has, a very unpredictable, situation coming and going. Okay. And teaching you a different kinds of lessons that is more imperative for you, your growth and your development. Right. So what I personally think, like, you need to make yourself much better more than others. You would never ever depending on others' opinion, because supposed to be, are you going to depending on other? That is mean you are not utilizing your wisdom, what you learn from entire life. You are not being able to utilize that in your difficulties time. So that's better. You need to prepare yourself. You have to make better versions of yourself situationally. Okay, these are
Yeah,
very obligatory for the human.
one more thing is there. I have witnessed this thing in my life as well. So the thing is this: how we learn the things, how we actually grab the things. Like when somebody is telling us, like in our schools, we used to be taught that you have to do this thing, you have to write in this manner, you have to read out something in this manner. So I didn't used to focus on them. So so how we learn the things, actually the human, how he can learn the things, by getting stumble. When we are getting stumble, so that time we get to know innumerable kind of things. Like otherwise, if somebody is suggesting us something, so that time we always think like, why he just reaching out here. I don't need any kind of preaching, and I don't need any kind of like discourses on this thing. I have all the knowledge, I know everything, I can do everything, I can achieve everything. So that time we think like this is literally common human nature. But when we get lot many stumbles in our life, then we get to know about each and everything, like what all kind of people are have in our in our ambience, and what is the value of ourselves as well.
Yeah, you're right. And if you are going, if you are in a existing in a good situation, in that situation you are not going to learn anything. But after going through a very tough
Exactly.
situation of your life, then you are going to learn
Hmm.
many of things. That is more mandatory of your life.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
it doesn't matter which school have you been through in your childhood. It doesn't matter because this
Hmm.
time is not that much, sufficient to grasping the exact meaning of teachers. But after reaching
Hmm.
out the age of your certain, like 2025, then you are going to
Hmm.
learn the responsibility and your real perspective, the real meaningful your life. Right. What is the more
Exactly.
important to grasping out?
Exactly. So this is all from my side. I would like to request you if you have anything you can raise that up. Otherwise, we are good to wrap up this call.
Yeah, I think today it's enough, I think.